Hello and welcome to Absolute BSS, the casual-petitive look at Bandai Namco's Battle Spirits Saga card game. We're back after surviving the Middle Tennessee snowpocalypse. I'm in my studio for the first time in 2 weeks, and we're here. The boys are back in town, and we're here to talk about more Set 4 spoilers. But before we get into that, love the air horn. Before we get into that, first of all, let me once again introduce us. I'm Cameron, and as always, I'm joined by my buddies, Angel. How you doing, Angel?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to finally be home after 2 weeks because of the winter storm. Because I've been in a hotel because I couldn't make it to my house. So
Ridiculous.
I'm glad to be back.
Glad to have you back. Glad you're back at home. And Eric, how you doing, buddy?
Everybody,
we're back, and we're very, very excited to talk about not only Worlds coming up this weekend, if you're listening to this at the time of release, but also another really big tournament that's going to be happening between sets 3 and 4 Saturday, February 10th, beginning at 11 a.m. Eastern time at Bulldog Community Gaming in Brownsburg, Indiana. If you're watching the YouTube video right now, all the information is on the screen. If you are listening on Spotify or anywhere else that you get your podcasts, again, that's going to be Saturday, February 10th, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Bulldog Community Gaming in Brownsburg, Indiana, for the Indianapolis Battle Spirits Saga Midwest Tourney. It's free to enter. We just, hope that you'll support the store a little bit with a purchase or two. There's going to be participation and performance-based prizing, including exclusive playmats, tokens, and core cards. And it's all being organized and put on by the fine folks at Bulldog Community Gaming and the Brick Brothers. And Absolute BSS will be streaming it live. And we're really excited to be a part of this event in our own little way. And it's going to be a very, very good time. So again, Saturday, February 10th, Bulldog Community Gaming. I'm very excited. That is coming up very, very quickly. And of course, Worlds coming up. You guys,
baby.
How you feel? How do you guys feel? Like, you guys are getting on planes soon to head out to the country of California.
Feel excited. I mean, it's a big event. It's the first, obviously first major event, apart from Pro Tours and stuff, for Battle Spirits. So year one, World Championship, excited to see how that turnout's going to be. I know a lot of other players are excited. I'm excited to see a lot of familiar faces and people that we've met throughout the year in some of these different events. So it's I'm excited for it, man. I feel a little bit unprepared, not gonna lie, because of the amount of work I've had the last couple months.
Yeah, man.
But you know what? It's all good. I'll be the underdog. I'll figure it out. But I'm excited to be there. The pricings look amazing. The event looks huge, especially this other like Digimon and all this other stuff's gonna be going on with Bandai. I'm excited to pick up the mats that I bought, so I'm excited for it, man.
Did you get the One Piece mat too?
Yeah, I got all of them.
That mat looks so.
Yeah,
I got them all too. Yeah.
You know what? Exclusive. I'm flying out of here. I'm gonna go home a winner with something. Like, screw it.
There you go.
I couldn't resist. I was just like, these mats look so good. I couldn't help myself.
I have a picture of the trophy up on the video as well.
Oh my god, that trophy, dude!
Was not expecting that. That thing is so fucking cool.
That thing is amazing. But you know what? I hope they would ship that out because I would hate to like give it there and you have to fly back with that thing.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
And the TSA just fucking throws your trophy. Like,
yeah.
Your trophy.
Oh man.
If I win that trophy, I'm playing with that Soul Core.
Yeah.
Just pick out a trophy.
Absolutely.
Crocodiles swinging in. 3K blessed.
Oh man.
Oh, hang on. I need a flash suppression. Let me get out my crane to lift this out of my off the table.
Oh man. Yeah, the Bandai Fest and just all the really cool stuff going on around that event. I'm very excited to hear how it all goes. I've got major FOMO, but I got a lot of friends in the event playing, and just very excited for the game in general and for all of you participating. So I'll get to hear all about it at the Indiana Midwest Battle Spirit Saga tournament in February. So yeah, let's snowpocalypse aside. I know that you guys are really trying to stay focused in the current meta, but we are going to be looking at the rest of the spoilers from Set 4, which is coming out at the end of February pre-release or March 1st. and I can't wait. So we're going to start with the Nexuses. We're just going to dive into it. Last time we had a pretty long episode, so it kind of worked out that we missed last week. This is also going to be a pretty long episode. So strap in, and thanks for being with us. Yeah, get those knuckles cracked.
I feel like you could probably hear that on the microphone.
Probably.
All right,
but
so
yeah,
just dive right in.
Kick us
I'm
off.
diving right into the Elden Dragon's Jaw, a 4-cost 2 reduction red Nexus.
What that mouth do?
Oh, I'm about to tell you, buddy.
God.
At level 1 and level 2, during your turn, all of your exhausted spirits gain 1,000 BP for each symbol they have. So we're buffing up our exhausted spirits, incentivizing us to attack,
Yep.
protecting us from removal. That's neat. Also, that goes really well with Camellia Whip. But moving on really quick to level 2, during your attack step, when one of your ancient dragon spirits is blocked, if its BP is higher than the blocking spirit's BP by 5,000 or more, refresh the spirit. Oh,
wow.
so it also
anti-chump.
so it bumps them up when they attack as well. Now that I'm realizing,
Right, because
they're
you
exhausted. So.
Yeah, exhaust them to declare attack. I was going to ask that.
Yeah. So it needs two cores to be level 2. So this feels pretty strong.
That's damn good.
I don't know. There's so many good red Nexuses already.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to choose.
They're typically about drawing cards, but as we'll see later, we have a new red magic that draws cards pretty well. So maybe you move away from your Nexuses doing that for you, and you have room to slot in something like this.
Yeah,
So,
it's interesting.
all right. Next up is Temple of the Sunstone, 3-cost 1 reduction red Nexus. Level 1 for 0 cores, level 2 for 3 cores. And then at levels 1 and 2, during opponent's attack step, draw a card when your life is reduced by an attack from one of your opponent's spirits with 3,000 or fewer BP.
Wow.
So pretty good early game Nexus. And then also at 3-cost 1 reduction, you can play it pretty cheaply. Could be good cost reduction for your other stuff. But it also has a level 2 ability, and this is for 3 cores. During your attack step, draw a card when an attack from one of your spirits with Ascend reduces your opponent's life.
As
It's pretty decent.
As not a
big
red
draw
player. Yeah. As not a red player, I do love, going first, dropping this, and then if Hippo is going to come hit me in the face, at least I get a card out of it. And yeah, that reduction is nice. And the cost feels pretty good. Yeah, I think it's neat.
I think it's crazy how much drawing ability red has. Like literally, every
What are they,
second,
purple?
How much more draw do they need? Like they have charge draw. I mean, I can name like at least 5-6 different cards that are drawn. It's like here's more draw, and even some of the spirits are drawing. So it's like you said, like is this purple? Like why are you guys drawing so much, Red? Leave it alone. You're supposed to be destruction.
Chill
not
out.
drawing.
Chill out, Red.
I do think it's kind of cool that it's part of their identity, but we're getting to a weird spot where I feel like it's not feeling so much like the part of a color identity that color draws cards, and more so part of a color identity that a specific color doesn't draw cards. Like green and white suffer from that quite a bit. Green more so than white. White at least has like elephant, I guess. And then blue definitely suffers from that because they don't really have like draw. They have like
strong draw.
It's
filter.
They have like filtering. It's like you have to discard to draw. So I don't know. It's part of Red's identity, but also, like you said, it's kind of getting a little out of hand.
I think cards like this though lend themselves really well to building decks with multiple colors. Because, you get this down, you avoid the Lighthouse. It's a little cheaper than Smag. You can play your Star Blessed draw for a little bit. You can play your removal, but then you could be playing, and your draw, and then you could be playing a completely different color as, like, the game goes on. So it's neat. It reminds me of the Sanctuaries a little bit, but a little better, in my opinion. Because of that Ascend effect, too. And we'll see how the rest
I think if you're playing Ascend, no matter what color you're playing, you might consider this.
Yeah.
But
I said because Ascend is gonna be relevant in every color. So.
Yep.
All right. Cool. On to Purple Angel.
All right. First Purple Nexus. It's called City of Shadows. It's 4 costs, 2 cost reduction. Level 1 for 0 cores during either attack step. When one of your opponent uses one of their effects to place a core from the void onto a spirit, or into the reserve, place a core from the void onto this Nexus. And at level 2 for 2 cores, during your opponent's turn, your shadow spirits cannot be exhausted by your opponent's effects. So, pretty
Wow.
good. Yeah,
This
I
is
like it. I
cool.
mean,
This is
this
a
is
middle
something.
finger to green.
It
Yeah,
is.
that's what I'm about to say. This is something like that I felt like purple needed, just a way to keep up with some of these other decks that ramp quickly.
Yeah.
That's why I usually went second when playing purple, just to get that couple hits in my life to be able to go with that. But this just really kind of solves that problem. So I like this card. So I think it's gonna be very, like I said, big middle finger to green. Some of these other decks that are even some of the rainbow decks, right, that are doing the whole core ramping from the void and all that. So,
Yeah.
I
Well, and
like
Blessed
it.
Cathedral, that ramps from the
Yep.
void too.
The only thing I don't like about this Nexus, which I know why it is, because it's just, man, them 4-cost Nexuses are scary nowadays because there's so much like target. So Feral Slash, Burning, I mean, there's a lot of targets for them. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like, once again, it's really worth playing and gets good pop, but whatever, it's 2 cost reduction. You can play it for 2. So
Yeah.
I like it.
I think
This
it's
is more of a sideboard Nexus, right?
I would agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Unless for some reason you're doing some crazy shenanigans with Shadow Spirits. I mean, I don't know how prominent that would be, but I think it's a sideboard Nexus for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is the Red Sand Hourglass. 3 cost, 1 cost reduction. Level 1 for 0 cores. During opponent's attack step, and when your life is reduced by an attack from one of your opponent's spirits that costs 4 or fewer, remove a core from that spirit and place it into your opponent's reserve. And a level 2 for 2 cores, during your opponent's attack step, with one of your spirits with ascend attacks, you may discard a card to select one of your opponent's spirits, remove a core from it, and place it into your opponent's reserve. So
That's solid.
no, very big, core removal control, kind of what purple does, right? So definitely, this probably will definitely help out a lot of those core control decks that we've been trying to see out there, and have came out at least in set 1, set 2. So interesting to see how much play this gets, especially with that ascend ability. So
It also-
Yeah, it's like a miniature core theft, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it definitely discourages aggro decks, which I think we definitely need in the game. Because, if they're going wide and you take a hit, then you take a core off of one of their little guys. It doesn't it doesn't specify if it has to be exhausted or refreshed. You just choose one. And that is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a really solid Nexus. And
Yeah.
again,
Oh,
could be out of house or out of color. Sorry, out of house. Keyforge new set just came out. That could be played out of color too to like help reduce some of your weird purple shenanigans. Like we're definitely getting into the dual color decks more, and rainbow obviously, but dual color itself. These are exciting Nexuses to see.
Yeah, and I like this. I mean, especially like if you pair this up with Mordred or something like that.
Yeah.
You just need that one extra core.
Or Spider
what's the other
Demon.
Yeah, Spider Demon. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with it where it might question your opponent, like how quickly he wants to push, right? Like you really want to lose the core from it. So,
Yeah.
and to play this for 2, it's really good. So I like it.
Eric said something to me once when we were just playing a game. I forget what the context was, but like, he went turn 1, played a Nexus. I went turn 2, played a Nexus. And he goes, I think this is the way they thought people would play this game and wanted them to play this game or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. So I like seeing these littler Nexuses that do more to craft a little bit of a longer game in some instances. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if
Yeah,
I'm saying that correctly.
You set up the engine, like it's more like you're setting up your engine and getting it going, and then when it's full steam ahead, both players are just like they've got all their cool combo pieces, they're doing cool stuff, and every single choice and turn feels impactful as opposed to just like let me just rush to get all these spirits out and try to kill you before you have a chance to set up, which is still I like those strategies too. But,
sure, absolutely.
I mean, I think that this card. Yeah, I was actually just thinking. I think this was a complaint we had about the last set, or maybe it was set 2, Nexuses. Maybe it was both sets, but it was like I don't feel like we've gotten any Nexuses since set 1 that have really felt like I want to pick any of these new ones over those. But for the first time, I'm starting to see. Like, not that these are amazing, but I at least want to play around with them. Like, I can see
they get my deck building juices flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely
Like
better. I mean, set one's Nexuses, which is insane from almost all colors. I mean,
Yeah.
that so bad that one of them got banned, right?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I mean, I will never forget that. But to your point, though, I think I was talking to this to Eric I think this might have been last night we were play testing or the other day. But like purple, right? Purple struggles without some of those Nexuses, like the Rotten Swamps or whatever, because you need that extra bit to keep that combo going with the drawing ability. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like you said, you can have a bunch of spirits, but it's not like we're at least yet. A lot of these spirits have a lot of crazy effects that feed off one another and bounce around, right? So it's like you need those Nexuses to kind of go off. Look at yellow. I mean, between Phantasmo and Blessed Cathedral, right? You can combo off with that. Like I did it with Eric yesterday when play testing. All right, you're gonna do this to stop me. I'm gonna force you to either block or attack. I'm gonna get something out of it because of my Nexus or because of my spirits. So
Yeah.
I think that's a good valid point. Maybe the Nexus are. I mean, they are a huge part of the game. You know.
For sure. All right. Well, moving on to yellow. We're going to start with Flower Palace. This is a 3-cost, 1 reduction yellow Nexus. Level 2 for 2 cores. At level 1 and 2 during your attack step, draw a card when one of your spirits that is level 2 or higher is destroyed by one of your opponent's spirits. So, kind of freestyle coded, but even more varied.
I feel like this is exactly what Angel was just talking about.
Yeah.
Making your opponent make a decision. Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting value out of this attack either way, but how am I getting it?
Yeah. And level 2 yellow, that's my shit. So I will definitely be testing with this Nexus. I love the cost. And at level 2, during your opponent's attack step, when your opponent's effect discards a card from your deck, place a core from the void onto this Nexus. Which yellow needs a defense against blue, right? This is it. And so this will definitely be this slots into very specific yellow decks, right? But it's also a good sideboard card. But like if your main deck wants the level 2 spirits anyways, like you're running this, and so when you sit down and if you're playing against blue, you're gonna feel a little better knowing that you have Flower Palace in your deck.
Between Flower Palace, Blessed Cathedral, Blessed. Like, how much ramping is yellow doing now, right?
Good amount.
It's almost like you're up par with green. Like, you're ramping in so many different ways. And that's not to mention, like, all the drawing power that yellow really has, which, I took it for granted, but yesterday I realized how much, like, yellow draws insane. Like, I think both games I almost drew out my deck. I was down to like 6 cards in my deck.
Well, I don't know if you remember, Angel, but there was that one turn where you went into your attack step, and I was like, hey, you might want to rethink that because all of your cathedrals are cored up, and you only have 6 cards in your deck.
Yeah.
So, like, if you attack, if you attack right now, I think I can just kill you.
Yeah.
Like, I can just deck you out.
Well, another thing, too, the biggest, I think, yellow engine is Phantasmal Paradise, right?
Yeah.
So, but to do that, you have to tap when you summon Fabled Beasts. So what Flower Palace does is it's that same kind of draw engine, just at a different timing, but for a different archetype. And I really, really like that because now you don't have to worry about, well, I'm not going to draw as much as my Fabled Beast deck. Now you kind of can. And I mean, you can play 2-drop Fabled Beast and run Flower Palace and Phantasmal Paradise and Blessed Cathedral, and you're in good shape. Like,
just to clarify, Cam, this is level 2, not 2 cost.
What'd I say? Level 2. Oh, you're right. Okay. Draw a card when one of your spirits that is level 2 or higher is destroyed by one of your opponent's spirits. Okay. Well, then, yes. But this still feels like Otherworlder for me. Or Otherlander. Because they scale for small. I'm having a real problem. They scale for only a little bit of cores, but they don't get too powerful. So I think this is an Otherlander Nexus for sure.
Why use lots cores when little cores do same thing?
Yeah. All right. I'm so sorry.
Why eat big shrimp when little shrimp tastes the same?
So sorry for that. It's still a very good card. I wish I read cards well.
But honestly, though, even though it's level 2, most of yellow spirits are gonna be level 2 or higher.
Yeah.
Ideally.
Especially Fabled Beasts, because you're triggering Blast.
It gets better. Yeah.
At level 2
anything,
typically.
It gets better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
I almost prefer that to be level 2 than 2 cost because it opens up your range not to any yellow spirit.
You're right.
It's actually better just like that. So
absolutely, I love this Nexus. The next one is the Ascend one. This is Ruler Mountains.
Oh, this is
Jeez.
cool.
What's going on here? It's like so blinding. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's very
Are those
I think
pencils?
they're
those are
the
protractors
rulers.
and rulers and little colored
Yeah.
pencils as
Oh.
grass. Yellow is a strange
has-
world, and I
yeah,
really want
yellow's
to
weird.
just
Wait,
check it
Is
out.
there like an arts and crafts like archetype that we haven't really seen much of yet?
I
Or-
wonder.
Wonder. I mean, you got toys, but I don't know.
Yeah. Ruler Mountains, 4 cost, 2 reduction, yellow Nexus, at level 2 for 1 core. So level 1 and 2, during your opponent's attack step, draw a card when your life is reduced by an attack from one of your opponent's spirits that costs 3 or fewer. So that's nice. More draw. And then level 2, again for 1 core, during your attack step, when one of your spirits with Ascend is blocked, treat the blocking spirit as level 1 during this turn. That helps yellow get over some people. Pretty
That's good.
And for only
That's
1
really good.
core to load that up, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good because that's gonna help you get some of these bigger threats like white, especially that once they're at 4 cores or more, or like level 2 or level 3 that have these annoying effects, like you can bring them down to kind of get over some of that. Like that's really good.
Yeah. I'm excited. All right, over to white.
Permafrost Palace. This is a 4 cost 2 reduction white Nexus, level 1 for 0 cores, level 2 for 2 cores. At both levels during your turn, draw a card when your opponent uses one of their effects to draw a card. Holy shit, that's good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
I was just complaining about drawing white, and here's the answer.
That's nuts.
You j-
White
you just
needed
let them-
this.
Yeah. Answer
You just
Star
let
Wars.
them. You just let them draw the cards, and then you're like,
Because
"All right,
everyone's
I'll benefit."
running draw cards, right? So, like, if
Yep.
you're playing
Yeah.
white at all, you're playing Permafrost Palace. Like,
You're like,
that's a good
Yeah,
card.
I'll block your blessed spirit with my elephant, and then you draw a card off your blessed cathedral, and then I draw a card off my permafrost palace.
Mm-hmm.
And then at level 2, during your attack step, when one of your android or ice princess spirits is destroyed, select one of your opponent's spirits and return it to their hand.
Jeez, white bounce
banger.
is gonna be fun.
That's a
Especially those
banger.
Ice princesses. Just remember, I remember we were talking about some of those ice princesses and their crazy effects. Like, yeah, Permafrost Palace is one of those really good nexuses. I think that we were just talking about set 1, right? Had like a really good nexus. Like this is really good. Like you get to draw now to keep up, and then especially playing the android and princess archetype. Like, yeah, this is really good.
And there's some good set 1 ice princesses now that can trigger into this palace and like ramp onto it. So that fixes a little bit of white ramp too. It's neat.
I dig it.
I dig it.
Really flavorful card, too. I like it.
Yeah. It looks like the little penguin castle at the beginning of the Mario Brothers movie.
It does.
Yeah.
And they're like throwing snowballs at Bowser.
Yeah. Oh, man.
All right. Next up, Frozen Waterfall, 4 cost 2 reduction. So interesting that white did not get a 3 cost Nexus. So let's see. Better be good. Level 1 for 0 cores, level 2 for 3 cores. And then at both levels, during opponent's turn, all of your spirits that cost 6 or more gain 2,000 BP. So we're talking 14k Enterprise, 12k Elephant.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at level 2, during your attack step, when a battle with one of your spirits with Ascend ends, you may pay 3 cores from this Nexus to refresh that spirit. Wow.
This just makes me think Elk is just getting better and better.
Oh no, not the elk.
Not the elk. Elk's been asleep for a few
Well,
events.
The nice thing is this encourages some cool stuff with Turbo Rex. Oh man, and then every time Turbo Rex swings, he bounces something. So you're just like swing, bounce, refresh, swing, bounce, refresh. Pretty nuts.
There are a lot of cards coming full circle with set 4 so far, and I really like that.
Yeah. These Nexuses are honestly, I think all of them I could see myself playing or at least testing with. So they've all been bangers so far.
They
in my
are.
opinion.
They're all champs.
Yeah. I like them.
All right,
On to green.
On the green,
It's a
painted by Bob
beautiful
Ross
card.
himself.
Yeah.
Bob Ross painted it. Like when I saw this, I was like, did Bob Ross make this? Jesus. So, green, Forest of the Sacred Conifer? Conifer? I don't know, Conifer. I'm going to go with that. So 4 cost, 2 cost reduction. At level 1 and 2, during the opponent's end step, at the start of step, you may summon a spirit card with Swift from your hand. At level 2, during your attack step, but one of your spirits with a soul core on it reduces your opponent's life place a core from the void into your reserve. So doing what green wants to do. I think it's pretty cool with the Swift part. I'm just trying to think, why would you wait to the end and not just summon it when Swift is supposed to be kind of on flash,
I
but
think it's like
maybe it's the purpose.
it's kind of like in Magic, right? Where if you save some mana till they get into their second main phase and you flash in someone who's going to be ready on your turn, something like that. I know that spirits come in ready, but like if you have spent some resources and then something dies and you end up with just a couple more cores in your reserve at the end of their turn, it's kind of handy. But this is probably the weakest one so far at first glance.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
I think how you play with this is actually what I was trying to do with Swift originally, which is you just have this out and then you just have all your cores in your reserve and you just do nothing and pass. And then when it's over to them, if they don't go into their attack step, then at the end of their turn, you summon all your Swift Spirits and just hit them in the face next turn.
I think you can only do one. Well, per Nexus,
yeah.
I guess. If you run multiple ones, though.
Yeah.
But I guess like if they don't go into their attack step, it still gives you an opportunity to summon a Swift Spirit.
Yeah. Swift,
And,
I
like,
want to crack, but I haven't figured it out yet.
And honestly, this is like a worker Ant-Man Nexus. Like, it's a level 2. Like, I just played worker Ant-Man with the Soul Core. I'm still.
He ramps
I don't
twice.
Oh.
That's
ramp
cool.
Twice, right? So you can ramp twice with it. So
That's cool.
That's a big brain
yeah.
move.
So yeah, you get your opponent. The whole complaint with worker Ant-Man is that your opponent's ramping with you in a way. But now you're ramping one extra, so I could see that. I mean, I think that'll be the first thing that people would try, at least with that. It's
That's
probably
such a
used
good
more
point.
for the level 2 than the level 1. Probably. So,
Yeah.
Any card that makes Worker Ant-Man good again is a good card in my book.
I agree.
Bring back worker Ant-Man.
I want to see a foil of this card. I just feel like it looks so good.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, with that tree, that autumn-looking tree.
Tokawa, flying,
yeah.
Yeah.
Taco's and everything. That card has so many freaking prints.
Yeah.
The next one looks pretty cool too. It's a Sacred Totem Pose. 3 cost, 2 cost reduction at level 1 and 2 during your opponent's attack step. When your life is reduced by an attack from one of your opponent's spirits that costs 3 or fewer, your opponent selects one of the refreshed spirits and exhausts it. And at level 2 during your attack step, if one of your spirits with Ascend has higher BP than your opponent's spirit when it compares BP during battle resolution, place a core from your opponent's life into the reserve. Oh,
whoa!
Kind of like a little Maduki effect on that.
That's nuts.
Interesting. A little blood curse sort of effect. That's very interesting. I like that.
So it's kind of like trampling through it. Like it's gonna deal that extra damage regardless. That's neat.
I'm loving that the theme is like when your opponent is hitting with something little, either early game or just like trying to go wide, like something is going to happen related to the color that these Nexuses are in. These are awesome.
Yeah.
I love this.
3. Oh man, 3. I just realized it's 3 cost reduction. So you can play. Place it for 1. For 1 seems good.
That does seem good.
I think what these Nexuses have done now, and I think I brought this up in either 2 podcasts ago, or maybe it was just us talking, that I felt like this set didn't it had a theme, but none of the cards reflected that theme because of all the vanillas and all that. Now I'm starting to see Ascend, these little 3 or fewer things. So I think this really kind of ties what this set is about. And which I like, right? Because my biggest complaint was like, this set doesn't feel like it has like a theme that's really following like most other card games. But I can kind of see that theme now going on between some of the spirits, between some of the Nexuses. So I like it. I mean, these Nexuses compared to the last 2 sets we got, these Nexuses definitely make more of an impact, or at least kind of maybe spice things up a little bit more. So I like them.
For sure.
I feel like there's a lot to explore, like in deck building, which is fun. That's what I want from a new set.
Yeah. Over to blue. Great Sapphire Labyrinth. 4 cost, 2 reduction, blue Nexus. At level 1 and 2, during your main step, when one of your aberration spirits that costs 3 or more is summoned, place a core from the void onto this Nexus. Blue ramp. Love that. And at level 2 for 2 cores during your main step, when you summon a spirit card with Ascend from your hand, you may exhaust this Nexus to summon it without paying its additional Ascend summoning cost. That should read, you get to exhaust this Nexus to summon it, because like that triggers so many things. I'm literally subconsciously rubbing my hands together. I love blue in set 4.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, aberrations are gonna be insane. Dude.
And I
like,
wanted them to because I love Lovecraftian shit.
Like this is a good Nexus. I mean, you're ramping and you can basically summon an ascendant creature without having to sacrifice something else that might be really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it.
It's good.
I like it.
Next one, Erupting Submarine Volcano. Love the art on this. This is a 3 reduced by 2. Another one.
Nice.
Blue Nexus. At level 1 and 2, when destroyed, select one Nexus card that costs 4 or more from your trash and return it to your hand. Like that. Good old Nexus recursion. And at level 2, during your turn, when one of your aberration spirits destroys one of your opponent's spirits, mill 3 from their deck. That's dope.
Yeah. Because it's destroy, right? It doesn't matter if it's between battle and effect. So that's kind of, yeah. Mill doing the mill thing, man. I'm telling you, man, blue is coming out.
That's actually huge. Yeah.
Yeah. There's also some blue cards that require, like, if you use this with Cthulhu Shark, right? Then you sack this for the Cthulhu Shark effect, and then you get an extra benefit out of doing so.
Yep. I can't wait to build an aberration deck and try to make it work. I'm very, very excited.
And to play this for 1, like, that's really connected. So
Yep.
Yeah.
True. You could play this in the same turn that you play the Cthulhu Shark because it's like going to be so much cost reduction.
Get all your cores back. So that's the Nexuses, and now we're going to move on to the Magic cards. We'll try to go through. Yeah, we're at 30 minutes right now, so we're doing all right. Same colors, same orders. Let's start with Eric. Ancient Draw.
All right. Ancient Draw, 5 cost, 3 reduction, red magic. Main step, draw 2 cards, then reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add all spirits cards with Ascend from the revealed cards to your hand. Return any remaining cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. So basically a Michaela type effect for Ascend.
Yeah.
And then main flash, select a spirit. It gains 5,000 BP during this turn. You can play this on for 2 cores. No big deal. At flash speed. You can play this onto an Apollo Dinos and then take out something that's 10k or something that's 12k, like a Enterprise.
That's like That's like the biggest BP increase in a card, isn't it, so far? Because usually 3,000, maybe 4,000.
Enterprise would be fine though, right? Because of the armor.
No, because Apollo Dinos doesn't. Apollo Dinos does not select.
Oh.
It says destroy all spirits with this BP value. So he would just pop it.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
And not to mention, like you're potentially have the ability to technically draw 5 cards. If all 3 happen to be Ascend plus the 2. Like that's once again red drawing again. Like how much drawing do you need?
What you do when your opponent plays this and they're like Nova, Nova, Nova.
Game 2, you scoop.
Do the piece, I'm gone.
Oh man. Yeah, that's good.
Like it.
Really good card. That card's gonna see play out of red and possibly as like 2 ofs or 1 ofs in other colors. If you're playing Ascend, you're probably playing that in your Ascend deck regardless of color, I think.
Yep.
All right, Mind Flayer, 3 cost 1 reduction, red magic, main flash. Select one of your opponent's spirits with 3,000 or fewer BP and destroy it. I don't know why you wouldn't just play Burning Force
or a creature that does the same thing.
Yeah. Not super impressed with that. Let's just move on. Excavation, 3 cost 1 reduction, red magic, main flash. Select a spirit. It gains 4,000 BP during this turn.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I think if you're maybe you would select this over Ancient Draw if you like. I don't know. Maybe you're playing like not red and you just want the boost. You don't care about the drawing and stuff. I mean, drawing cards is always good. I don't know. It's a little weird that Ancient Draw and this card are in the same set because I feel like Ancient Draw just kind of like outclasses it. But at the same time, I still like if you're running 4 of Ancient Draw and you want more BP boost, you might just run this as well.
And it looks like the same artist from Lightning Aura.
Yeah,
so I
it
like
does look
that.
like the same artist. I think the and maybe like I don't know the newer set with all these cards now that reduce BP or just to counter some of these other cards like we were just talking about Apollo. You play this in Flash, now you increase the BP again. with one of your spirits that you're trying to protect as well. So instead of using it more of an attack, you use it more in a defensive way to try to protect you from exhaust nexuses, stuff like that. So I could see that because 4,000 is quite
That's
a
a
bit
good
for only
point.
two.
Yeah.
That's what I would use it at. I would just protect one of my spirits using that. Just I mean, it might be a sideboard card, obviously, right? But
That's
I would just try
smart.
to use it. So
They
That's
swing
really
with
smart.
Flagellum, they exhaust Nexus, and then you, in your flash step, play
yep.
this.
So but at least keep it on the field.
And you
That's
can
what I would
maybe
do.
take out that flagellum. That's really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
All right.
turned into a champ for me.
I can see
Yeah.
it getting some play.
No.
I mean, it only does the BP boost, but the BP boost it does for the cost is pretty good.
Yeah.
So I can see it. This next one is actually I'm pretty excited about. This is Buster Lance, 4 cost 2 reduction. Main, select one of your opponent's nexuses that cost 4 or fewer and destroy it. Main flash, select a spirit, it gains 2,000 BP during this turn. This is just like another nexus removal option.
Yeah, Feral Slash.
Yeah, it's Feral Slash, but it's a little different. Like it's like if you want the Feral Slash effect, but you are more interested in BP boosting off of it potentially rather than killing a little creature.
Yeah.
So it could be like a meta call, like maybe if nobody's playing Little Spirits, which maybe they aren't anymore because of all these nexuses that give you all these benefits for Little Spirits, then maybe you play this instead, so that way you at least have the BP boost in case the first effect isn't relevant for you.
Yeah, I like the option. I like both. This
Yeah.
also frees up your burst slot. So that's
Yep.
cool. Yeah. I like that a lot.
The name when I read the card when it got revealed, I just thought of Yami Yugi, like with
Yeah,
Buster
yeah.
later. Oh, steal my answer. It's like calm down.
Yeah.
This card is definitely getting an Evangelion alt art. How
Yeah.
far are you in the series now, Cam?
Oh, I'm still like on episode 7.
Oh, okay. When you get towards the very end of the show, there is an iconic weapon that this will definitely get an alt art.
That's so badass.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that collab set, man. That's gonna
Me
be
too.
amazing.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
having a
I
lot
like
of
it.
fun with that show. Well, as much as you
If
can.
they,
Oh yeah. You got a
If they-
tissue box. You gotta have a tissue box.
Yeah. Holy fuck.
if they don't make an alt art, an Evangelion alt art for this, I will be extremely surprised because it's like perfect
right
setup
there.
for that.
Yeah.
But anyways, on to purple. To
Here
maybe
we
the best
go.
magic card in the set.
I'll
My
say the
gosh.
best magic card in the set. So here we go. Double Deadly. 5 cost, 3 cost reduction. Flash speed. Destroy one of your spirits to make your opponent select 2 of their spirits with 1 symbol and destroy them. Love it. What is there to say about this card?
It would still
Does
be
what it
good
says
at
on
2
the tin.
reduction.
Dude.
You know?
It is amazing. This Deadly Balance come about, man, my god. Like as soon as I saw this, I was like, holy snap. Like this is crazy.
That's a great card.
I like it. I mean, there's not much to say about it, so I'm gonna move on. But it's an amazing card.
Well,
Double Deadly.
I do want to say I just love the naming of it because they're just like, what do we call this? And they're like, we'll just call it double deadly because that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's two features. It's deadly twice as much. Let's do it. Love
Fuck.
it.
So cool.
Like it. This other one I also like. Curse Enchantment. 2 cost, 1 cost reduction at main. You play it at your main or your flash speed. Select one of your spirits. It gains curse during this turn, and then we all know what curse does, which is in case. Well, this spirit attacks curse. If one of your opponent's spirit blocks, destroy it when the battle ends. Like this is really good because you can take. I mean, this is one of those cards where like swing, your opponent's something out, I'm gonna block. Psych, curse, bye bye.
I'm putting this in my 2 cost build.
Dude,
I was literally
amazing.
going to say the same thing, Cam.
Yeah, I'm putting this in my 2 cost build. Pentan.
It is so cheap. It is so cheap. You can play any color.
Yep.
Like,
Prince Pentan wants to see this, and Dr. Duck wants to put it right back into your hand. This is fucking hilarious.
yeah. There's nothing bad to say about this card. This is another. These 2 purple ones so far have been knocking it out. So
That's
need an
going
alt
in
art
every
of-
deck.
I need an alt art of this with Macaroni Pentan as the skeleton.
Oh,
that's
man.
hilarious.
Dude,
Uh,
I love it. That's
Yeah,
going to
it's-
be in a lot of non-purple decks. Just giving Curse out for free at flash speed is fucking awesome.
And honestly, it's gonna make your opponent think. It's almost like it reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh! With trap cards, right? It's gonna make you
Yes.
think twice of like when to attack because now what if your opponent's playing that? Like you don't want to risk one of your better spirits, and so it's gonna make you think twice. Like this set's really gonna make you think how much you block, when do you block, especially because now you got the double symbols, you have all these like weird shenanigan tricks that you can pull up and BP boost. So I'm excited for it. So
Oh, it's so good.
This next one I'm not sure about, but elimination. 4 cost, 1 cost reduction at flash speed. Select one of your opponent's spirits, remove a core from it, and place it into the reserve. I think there's like 3 other cards you could do, but then there's core theft, core drain. So I don't know how I feel about this,
The
but
art's also
Yeah.
really hard to read. I don't know what I'm
dude,
looking at.
yeah, it's like the grudge coming out. These hands, these gems, the
Yeah.
I think
hair.
this
I
card
don't
is
know.
big chump. Big chump.
Yeah.
Big chump.
Unfortunately.
It's so
I mean,
expensive.
it is for just that, and like I said, you got all these other better core removal cards and flash speed cards you can use. That, yeah, I'm just gonna pass it.
I
Whatever.
almost wonder if this card was a balancing mechanism for like, well, purple got the first 2 cards, so we got to give them some junk
Yeah.
card
Yeah.
in here because we
It's
can't
just
just
a
give
little
them
bit
all
flop.
bangers.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks like the art's, I mean, no offense to the artist, obviously, but like, it even looks like it's like, hey, don't even worry about finishing the art on that card. It's unplayable. No one's going to play. Just
Yeah.
send me what Photoshop file you have done
Dude,
right
like,
now.
Literally, just do like diddle lines, put a crystal, and that's it. Maybe
Yeah.
make it look like an arm. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
If somebody can tell us what this is supposed to be, it looks like that little beetle from Pokemon. What's that purple looking thing? Vermoth or whatever it's called. The little bug eyes.
Venonat?
Is that
Yeah,
what
it does look
I
a
see
little
something
bit
purple
like
at the
Venonat.
bottom. I don't know.
I thought it was a Karibo that Maduke brought back to life.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like it.
It's,
Well, I'll skip that card. It
yeah.
sucks.
It's pretty bad.
Chump. Good jump. But now this one's pretty good. Death Sword. 6 cost, 3 cost reduction. At main, you can select one of your opponent's exhausted spirits and destroy it. And then main or flash, you can select a spirit against 2,000 BP. So really, you probably can use it for the main effect that you can automatically just destroy something. As long as it doesn't have armor, obviously. So for 3 costs, not too bad. So what you thinking, Cam? I see you over there.
Yeah,
It's
you
just-
look like you're thinking hard.
It's weird that it's main phase and you have to select one of your opponent's exhausted spirits. That kind of feels a little harder to do, right?
Well, now if they push, I mean, if they push and it's something that you can't get over, like, and you can.
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah.
They don't ready. Yep. Sorry. I'm thinking everything readies up at the end step. Oh my gosh.
No.
I'm like,
No,
how are you
no.
going to exhaust them? I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
No, that's a cool card. That's a good card.
You've been playing too much Keyforge.
I've been playing
honestly,
so
look-
much Keyforge.
And honestly, too, right? You can pick combo piece right here. Like,
Yeah.
if you know they're not gonna attack with something because they're probably afraid of this card or whatever, you thorn prison it anyways if you can, depending how many spirits they got, and now you force them to, exhaust it out. So,
Yeah.
No,
No, that's a good card.
This card feels like what I wanted Assassinate to be.
Yeah.
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 This is straight up murder and magic. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like, the thing about purple I don't get, like, purple has very low BP spirits, and all the BP like gaining they have is 2,000. So that's why I would play some of the red ones. They give you 4,000. Like purple is the one that needs 4,000, not 2,000. Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I like that card though. The next one's yellow.
all right, this is a big one. This is Key of Intrusion. It's an 8 cost yellow spirit or yellow magic reduced by 3. But this card costs 4 in your hand when you use it during your main step. And its main ability is reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add 1 angel spirit card from the revealed cards to your hand, discard the remaining cards, and its flash effect, so this one will cost the 8, potentially 5. Select one of your opponent's spirits, reduce its BP by 8,000 during this turn. Just Luster getting more and more copies of really devastating drain cards.
That's where my head went up. Like, Luster mixed this with Exhaust Nexus. Like, dude, like.
I'm going to
my
build an
goodness.
angel deck. Like Dagger
Play
Angel,
for
Sword
free.
Angel. Yeah. Michaela.
Play
Yep.
for free.
Flagellum, Exhaust Nexuses, and cards like this. Like, if you're running all angel, and depending on your situation, like, this is the very first filter card that I really, really like. Reveal top 4, pick which angel you want, hopefully, and drop it into your hand. Because even in Atlanta, I was like hurting for Flagellum. I'm like, man, I just wish I could look for it. So, Key of Intrusion. If you have a couple, maybe you're spending the first one for 1 to look for your angel, right? Because the main effect makes it a 4 reduced by 3. You find your angel, you keep that second one, and you use that with Flagellum or Michaela or something like that. Because that flash is devastating. 8,000.
In the current yellow build, I believe you could also use Clavis to return it to your hand if you are playing the regular yellow build, because then you have Genbu
Yeah.
down, who costs 8.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
I can see that.
Very, very good card.
It's a cool card.
And honestly, guys, at the end of the day, look, if you're looking for an angel, just pop out a YouTube video. Look, absolute BSS. You'll see me.
That's right.
It's like,
Oh, wait.
Oh,
go.
there it
There we
is. This next one I have not seen yet.
Oh my goodness.
It's Detective Pentan on rhetorical reversal, and it's very Phoenix Wright objection pose.
Yep.
This is so great. So 3 cost, 1 reduction, yellow magic. It's a burst, and you activate it when you lose life. Select one of your opponent's spirits, reduce its BP by 3,000 during this turn. Then you may activate the flash effect, which says main flash. Select a spirit, it gains 2,000 BP during this turn. So that's fun.
Yeah.
I like
Just
it.
The 3,000 BP though, like I just feel like in this set, it's too low.
It's not
right? 'Cause
enough.
A lot
Yeah.
of spirits are now 4,000 or higher usually.
Yeah.
You know what make this card really good is if the main flash effect was the same as the burst.
Yes.
Right. Like
So you
reduce it
could
even
stack
more.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
Or you could just hold on to it in your hand to use as like removal for a small spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'll play it, but the art is so good. I just love
Oh,
it.
I want 4 foil copies.
Yes. Oh man, and we're seeing a story now because you pointed out last time, right? Like Macaroni Pentan is hitting on one of these narwhal penguins, and then Detective Pentan is right around the corner, right? And so now he's like confronting Macaroni Pentan, like
you can't handle the truth.
you faked your own
everyone in
death.
And everyone in the background is very concerned. I
Very
wish there was
distraught.
flavor text on this card.
I know. I need to know the full story.
Oh,
The
wait.
next, the next lore book is gonna be about what's going on with Macaroni Pantan.
Yeah.
What if the next lore set is like a detective novel?
That would be so
God.
fucking cool.
Oh, Bandai, I hope you're listening. You're probably not, but
Probably
if you are,
not.
please do that. I hope you're not actually. Don't listen to us.
The next one is Cat's Eye. This is a 4 cost reduced by 2 yellow magic. Main effect, select one of your opponent's spirits, treat it as level 1 during this turn. And main flash, select a spirit, it gains 2,000 BP during this turn. So
I hate this card.
Yeah, it's not great.
But it's good though at the same time. Well, no, hold on. It's only your main though. Never mind. See, this would be good if it was during your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking anti-Maduke, right? You don't have to worry about the blood curse, but it's only during your main, so that's alright though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something about these magics. Stop the select a spirit against 2,000 BP. Just stop it. Don't do that anymore.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Like and
how many cards do we have that says that?
I think like a lot of the cards we're looking at today all say that as like, yeah, even in the other colors, it's like a thing that they all say, and it's just like, I do something else. Like it's yellow, so do like BP reduction, or just remove it entirely. Only have the main effect, and then just lower the cost of the card or something. Like,
I agree.
I don't know. I just don't like it. It's not useful.
Yeah,
I'm probably never gonna do it.
Like penalize it. I don't know. Like if this also happens, you ramp one or whatever it is. It's just like 2,000 BP. Nobody really cares about that. Like
Well, if it said gain 2,000 BP and draw a card, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
Yeah. Well, moving on to the next and final yellow magic, lightning attack, 4 cost reduced by 1 magic. Main phase, draw a card. So you spend 3, you draw a card. Feels bad in yellow.
I said, do you really need that?
Feels really desperate in yellow.
You have like 7 other cards to draw, like in your Nexuses.
If you're relying on seeing this card to trade it for another card, and 3 or like you're in trouble. The flash effect, select one of your opponent's spirits, reduce its BP by 2,000 during this turn. Again, really expensive to only drop BP down by 2k when I'm thinking yellow has way better tricks of like killing big powered spirits.
I mean, what's the angelic pressure? How much that one
Angelic
cost?
pressure.
Yeah,
3, I think.
So, and it's what? Is it more? Is it 3,000?
Yeah,
So
way better. So
this card feels exactly like the elimination purple card.
yeah, we didn't need it, and the cost is ludicrous. They're like, hey, we had to fill a quota on a number of cards in this set, so here's lightning attack and elimination.
It'll look good in a foil version.
Yep.
about
4
it.
in my binder again. It's cool art. I love the Fabled Beasts on it, but yeah,
To be
that's it.
fair, the best magic like that yellow got is really, really good.
Yeah,
So it's
again, like purple. Like that first
Yeah.
card in both purple and yellow, you're just like, oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even
Yeah.
need to see the rest, and I wish I didn't look at the rest, but
yeah.
it's fine. So let's
All
see
right.
what White's cooking with.
This card I'm excited about. This is Blizzard Wall. So this is a 5-cost 3 reduction burst magic. So it bursts when you lose life. Select one of your opponent's spirits with 1 symbol and return it to their hand. You may then pay this card's cost to activate its flash effect. Flash attacks from your opponent's non-token spirits that cost 4 if you cannot reduce your life to 0 during this turn. I think that this could potentially be like I don't think you'd play 4 of, but I think that in a white deck, this is like your 5th and 6th Ice Shield. Like this is your like, oh shit button. Like you
Especially
could
against
potentially-
aggro, or just any
you
wide
could potentially
board.
you could potentially live with this. And especially with the bouncing ability, like if you have 2 life left and they have like 3 or 4 spirits, only one of them is above 4 cost, they hit you with one of them, you bounce the one that's above 4 cost, and then everything else can't kill you. It's like another Ice Shield.
It's good anti Fangwang too. You know, it's Dream Bomb, but you can also then stall out the rest of the turn instead of just bouncing the big bird.
Yep.
You get a bounce.
That's true.
And kind of like it's Dream Bomb meets Ice Shield in one card, and I love that. I think that's very cool.
Yeah. Those are 2 very playable cards.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think this card is good. I think it's going to find a place. I think definitely in mono white it sees some play.
Yeah.
This card I'm confused about. This is life saving, 3-cost 1 reduction magic. I don't really think this is going to save your life, but at main speed, place a core from the void into your life if you have less life than your opponent. Main flash, select a spirit against 2,000 BP during this turn. So
I'm going to argue that I think that's pretty good.
I'll say yeah.
think so?
Yeah, because
Especially
it's
with
easy
how-
for one, right?
Yeah, with how
Turn-
dominant
turn
yellow
one-
is.
Yeah. So I'll take a hit when you first attack me, like say your first turn, right? If you're going second, I'll play this my turn. Now I'm back in a technically ramped one for free. You're kind of keeping them up with the ramp. So I
Well,
like
especially
it. I
because
think-
Hippocampo's in every deck. You
Yeah.
know, that different, like that's a net difference of 2 when Hippocampo hits you. You go to 4, they go to 6. Like you can play life saving twice.
This, you got counter sword as well. You can kind of really, if you want to do some little crazy ramping into your life to protect your life, and then you can, mix this in with the mecha guy that we got in set 2, where if you have fewer life, you gain a life, you draw a card as well.
Yeah.
You always, like, at least this will allow you to keep at bay with what white needs, right? Just keeps you at bay. Not to mention you got the Blizzard Wall, you got Absolute Ice Shields. I think you can kind of like control, right? Like, yeah, I'm taking life, but I'm also staying at the same amount of life that I need to be at to still kind of be in the game. So I think, and also too, like, depending how much less life you have, right? Well, I guess you always be the same as your opponent, right? So you'll be the same, I guess, depending. Or if not, I was thinking like overtime, but it wouldn't matter because if you have,
Right.
I have 3, you have 5. I'm only at 4, unless you play 2 of, but that's it.
Sure.
But
I think this
I
also
took-
can kind of slot in outside of white.
yeah, I can see this like in purple, right? Like,
Yeah,
if
it's
I
cheap.
struggle with my life, like it's cheap, I can play it. I'm obviously probably playing Hippo anyways, but I don't know. I like it. Obviously, the main flash effect once again, 2000 BP. Who cares?
Yeah.
But everything else
Yeah.
is good.
That main is good. I think people are going to use this. I really do. Like if you're
Not a
playing
fan
it in
of
your
it,
rainbow
but-
stack, it only costs 2. You know, if
Yeah,
you're playing it with Smag, it only costs 2. I don't know. I think it's neat.
Maybe
We
we
could
can
be wrong.
experiment with it. I just feel like counter sword is a better card, and that doesn't really see play.
Yeah. Because it's expensive.
It's expensive though.
Yeah, maybe the cost does have something to do with it. We'll see. Time will tell.
Yeah, we'll see.
High Ether. This
Hello.
card, I like this one.
Yeah.
4 cost, 1 reduction. Main speed, refresh all your spirits at the end of this turn. And then, of course, the 2k boost for main flash, because why not?
White aggro is eating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you don't have your elephant out, you can do this with your elephant. Like,
Yeah.
you can I mean, it has elephants on it. I feel like that's kind of what they were trying to convey with the art.
Yep, they're like, hey, try this. That's a cool main effect.
Yeah.
Like, that's, again,
Yeah.
good outside of color. It's a little expensive, but that's a good Magic card.
That's really good, yeah. Oh god, the flash effect is even better though.
Yeah. So good.
All right. Next one, we've got Dream Hand, 5 cost, 3 reduction, white magic. Main speed, select one of your opponent's spirits and return it to their hand. And then main flash, select a spirit, gains 2,000 BP during this turn.
That's dope.
This is just.
But that's dope. The main effect's dope.
Well,
But
is it not just worse Dream Bomb though?
I would argue, no, it's cheaper than Dream Bomb.
it's cheaper than Dream Bomb, right?
Yeah, Dream Bomb only has 2 reduction.
Okay.
So you pay.
Oh,
for
that's
2.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
And
you're
then-
doing it during the main step,
I think both of these go in your deck. Like, I think
Yep.
you have Dream Bomb in your burst slot, but you play this, and then you're bouncing on both turns, and you're putting a lot of pressure in.
Yep. And now they're wasting cores again just to get whatever you keep
Yeah.
you know. For me, for example, now you took rid of my Maduke twice, so now I'm having to pay 8 cores again, or whatever I need to pay. So you're putting me behind every single turn where you're getting ahead, trying to do what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. So you're like this actually enables Dream Bomb in a weird way because it allows you to set Dream Bomb as a burst more often because you don't have to keep it in your hand.
Yeah.
I do wish it was main flash to do that, but
I agree.
But then you have Dream Bomb, right? Like, I mean, you can't have. I mean, that'd be too many Dream Bombs. That'd be
It's
so
just
annoying.
the same
Like,
card, but
yeah,
legally
oh,
you could run 8. Yeah.
I'd run 8 Dream Bombs.
Oh,
every
absolutely.
day.
I mean, that's kind of why I didn't do it though. You know.
Yeah.
I like the cards art does very trippy, like eyeballs breaking through like the dimension.
It's
and, like,
super
those
Yeah.
cool.
in. I like it. This card would look good in foil, or if it
I
gets
like how
foil.
it's doing this, like, haha, gotcha.
Yeah, like gotcha.
All right. Over to green.
All right.
Oh, I see Thorn.
Green.
Great.
Yeah, Binding Thorn. 2 cost, 1 cost reduction. Main in flash. Select one of your opponent's spirits for 1 symbol and exhausted.
dig it.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's cheap. More exhaust cards. I mean now you have that Thorn Prison. You
So
got
hold on.
the Needle Shot. You got a bunch of freaking exhaustion.
Thorn Prison, your opponent selects, right?
Yes.
So for the same cost, you get to choose both if you play 2 of these.
Yep.
That's pretty dope. Also,
Yep.
So
in my 2 cost luster build. Absolutely.
yeah, I
This
like
is
it.
just a straight up improvement over Needle Shot, except Needle Shot works. Needle Shot works on double symbol spirits is the only
Right.
difference. But
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
time will tell how relevant that is.
Yeah. Because each color has 2 cards, 2 spirits that have double symbols.
Yep,
Yeah.
the Ascent-
So
the
a total
Ascent
of
Spirit.
8 in a deck max. So
I like this card. I think it's a good one of card. I used to play Needle Shot as a one of, and I think this would probably just take that spot.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheap enough to play. Good. It's on main
Also-
out flash, so.
The
That's cool.
SPR of this card is crazy. Have you seen the SPR of this card?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
Here, I'm gonna pull it up. Actually, it
I'll
is
say
wild.
that. And we might get flagged if we
Oh.
pull that up.
Hey, for everyone who watched on YouTube, I don't think the title uploaded.
For the last episode?
Yeah, for the last episode, the title. If you listen on Spotify, you can see it, but I think YouTube took down my title. It was like in the SpongeBob like chicken meme font, where it's like, "Is BSS becoming a titty game?"
Oh
So-
man, that's funny.
I replaced it didn't have a title, so I just gave it a generic like set for spirits
Cool, thank you.
title. But
Yeah.
Do you
I've
have the
got
art up right now?
I've got the art up. It's worse because
Why-
it's through a CCTV camera lens too. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
damn.
it
Yeah.
is so. The art is so horny.
It's
Yeah.
so horny.
I was like, well, we're
It's
gonna
so
start off
thorny.
like that. Yeah,
It is.
like, we're gonna
Yeah,
start
it
off
is
like that.
thorny.
Like,
Wow.
I'm like, all right, they, you know what they're doing.
It's very voyeuristic. Okay.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, next one. Mistral Core. It's a Digimon. 3
Yeah, I
cost,
love that
1 cost
guy.
reduction. Main, place a core from the void into your reserve. Main and flash. Gains 2000 BP. Whoopie doo.
Is this not the same magic card
Yeah, I'm good.
from
I was
set
gonna say
2?
I don't know how I feel about this card because I swore it's a card that's very similar to this. Maybe the difference is the cost reduction on it, but I feel
I'm
like it was a
looking.
card that's very similar to this.
In Verdant
So-
Wings, we had a spell called Multiple Cores. Okay, it's a little different. That's 2/1, and you can burst it. Yeah. That's,
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this card. I mean, I think there's other ways you can ramp.
Yeah,
compared to
it's
having them pay. So I'm like,
silly.
it's a filler card, I think. So next, same thing. I don't know how I feel about this, but Divine Wind, 5 cost, 2 cost reduction, main or flash. Select one of your spirits that gains Gale 2 during this turn. And what Gale does, so when the spirits block, your opponent selects the specified numbers of refresh spirits they control and exhaust them. So it might come in handy. It's like one of those like maybe like trap cards from your hand. Like, all right, now I'm gonna play this on your flat or on my flash speed if you decide to block. And
after they
exhaust 2
declare a
more.
blocker, you can
Yeah.
play it. So that's kind of cool.
So, maybe has room for it. Kind of like anything else to be able to tap you down, but I'm gonna tap you. So, to push through. But
You
Not
would
sure.
have
I
to
think
play
it
this
has-
before it's declared, though, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, because it's when they declare the
when they
blocker.
attack.
But if
Yeah,
it,
so
it
that
forces
point-
your opponent's hand, you know.
Yeah, depending what you're playing.
I
So
think
don't
if
know.
this card was a little cheaper, I just don't see a world where you play this over Thorn Prison.
No.
Is my problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because it
I
does
think
similar
that
things.
I think this if this was like a three reduced by 2 or something, like I could see this being like a one of as just like a fun little
Yeah.
trick I can do, but I think at that price I'm probably not putting it in.
Or even if it says something like the next spirit you play this turn gains scale 2,
Yeah.
then you can now you can combo it off of Hurricane Highland, right? And
See-
then all right, cool. Now this has an effect, but
That's what I
yeah.
was thinking. So I've been playing
Yeah.
Runeterra, and there are some cards where it's like
Yep.
grant a creature in your hand X. And so
Yep.
if this was a digital game and Divine Wind was like select a spirit in your hand, grant it Gale 2, that's huge.
That'd be big.
But
yeah.
Yep.
that's not how it works here.
yeah. So I don't know. We'll see how. I'm not hoping. And this other one, oh my God, it's even worse. Absorb power. Absorb nothing. It's a 6 cost, 2 cost reduction, main flash, select a spirit, refresh it, it gains 2,000 during this turn.
Here's my counter argument, though.
Maybe.
In a Gale deck, when you have a shit ton of cores and nothing to do with them, Absorb Power looks a lot better.
I guess, yeah.
You
Yeah,
you
it's-
swing with your Fang
That's-
Wang and you refresh him, and then he gets
Yeah,
stronger. I don't know. I think there's actually play for that, and I think it's
So-
only with Fang Wang.
with Fang Wang.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the Discord, but I'm gonna spill my secret sauce all over the countertop here.
Uh-oh.
I think you put this in the Michaelum Flagellum Key of Intrusion deck.
I think so, too.
So you play this for free off of Michaela, and then you play it while you're attacking with the Flagellum. So you get to refresh your Flagellum, reduce all their stuff by 2k, pump Flagellum by 3k. You get it back to your hand, and you just do it over and over and over again till you have infinite BP reduction on their side, infinite BP increase on Flagellum, and if they don't have a Dream Bomb or an Ice Shield, they just lose.
Oh, that's right. I remember someone was talking about this. Yeah, that's more the way to go. Kind of like
Yeah.
thinking outside of the green color, more into something else. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
This-
With Michaela casting it for free and Flagellum where it comes back, and also she clears their board every time. Like,
It's a scoop for sure.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a very specific combo, but you're not wrong. It is
Yeah.
pretty
If you
broken.
can pull it off, it's broken. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
So it's not a chump. It's not a champ yet for me, but I can see the potential for it if you can get that combo off.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm putting
yeah.
this in my Gale build to test it,
Wow.
and then I'm definitely putting it in that Luster package, like Eric said. Also, the art is insane. It's just a big hornet stabbing
Yeah.
a bird and sucking its juice out.
sucking it.
Hot.
Hot. If you're only listening, if you're like just listening to Spotify like late at night, you stabbing the bird and sucking the juice out.
Hot.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spill my secret spice all over the
Yeah.
counter. It's like, all right.
It's like you're listening to this out on speakerphone and your parents walk in just right there.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
why is this card so horny? I'm gonna spill my spice on the counter.
Oh shit.
Oh,
You're like
God.
half asleep and you wake up and you're like, am I listening to an erotic audiobook? Like,
Yeah.
what happened?
But I'm not gonna lie, you guys are right. If anybody gets a chance, I don't think we'll get to it today, but look at the SPRs for a lot of the spirits. There's very different art. Let's say that. It's very corny.
game?
I'm just thinking about like Valkyrie Callista. Like it's like
Yeah.
like they left the words right below specifically.
Yeah. That's a very good
Uh,
point. All right. Let's go to blue magic now. Oh boy, Raging Tide.
I'm gonna talk about my Raging Tide.
Yeah. 5 cost reduced by 2 blue magic at main and flash speeds. Destroy all spirits that cost 3 or fewer that are not tokens. If 2 or more spirits are destroyed by this effect, ramp a core. That's awesome. It's
that
like,
is I mean, it affects you too, but that's board wipe if you
yeah,
need it right there.
And
Like,
again, this is another one of those cards, right? It's not Floodstream, but both can exist in the same deck and do really good work. Because Floodstream does hit tokens, but Raging Tide is everything. That's not a token. That's 3 or fewer.
Well,
so I like that.
So, one thing that a lot of people did to get around Floodstream is they removed anything that was 2 cost or below from their deck, and so 3 is the new like benchmark.
Yep.
In the same way that Ritual Fire changed how people were building their decks to where we used to worry about Burning Force, but now we worry about Ritual Fire.
Yep.
This is going to do the same thing where it's like, ooh, now 4 cost is the new threshold.
Yep.
Well
and
said.
Bandai is pushing us further and further into these like mid to late game kind of like they want the game to go a little longer, which but at the same time though,
But not in a
when the
control-y
game-
way.
not in a control-y way, because when the game goes longer, now you have double symbol spirits that are like unblockable and like
Yep.
all sorts of shit. So it's
I
like,
I think the game's going to like a longer state, but it's gonna go into more of a combo. All right, now that I got my combo pieces off, now it's like
Exactly.
2 double symbol here.
Yeah.
Now you're taking 4 life. So
It is
Yeah,
starting to
like-
feel like Runeterra.
yeah,
this is a good card though. This is a great card.
Very
I think
good.
this
I
goes
like
out. This goes outside of blue too.
Oh, for sure.
Love it.
Yeah, that's a great card. Very good sideboard card too, outside of blue. Double Biceps. 3 cost reduced by 1 blue magic. At flash speed, select one of your attacking or blocking spirits. Treat that spirit as its highest level during this turn. So Aberrations love Double Biceps. War Gods love Double Biceps. Just anything blue loves this.
Talking last time about how a lot of the aberrations have like crazy high core costs for their like highest level, but they have huge BP, and
Yeah.
that's exactly what this does, right?
Yep, there are ways around it now. This was needed if you wanted to run those aberrations, and I definitely do. I don't think it's a 4 of, but I'll run a couple, see how it works.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this feels like to me? This feels like Blue's take on Godslaying.
Yeah. I like it. I do like it. And it's nice that it's a flash speed and you can select an attack or blocking. So like it's versatile. And it's gonna catch your opponent off guard if it's not a huge meta card. But yeah, I think it's cool. I'll play it.
I like it.
I knew something like this had to be coming, right? Because those stats are
Yeah.
just insane. But yeah, I like Double Biceps. Call of the Deep. 4 cost 1 reduction blue magic. Main flash speed. Select one of your opponent's spirits that costs 4 or fewer and destroy it.
Yeah, that's good.
Blue has
Every deck.
some nasty removal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is every
once
deck.
again, this is the once again we saw versatile, right? Main or flash, like which is what you need on your opponent's turn or my turn. Doesn't really matter. So
Yep. And that targets so many very powerful creatures in this game. Like once you get to 3 costs, you trade BP for really cool effects typically, but then 4 costs you're getting both. And so Call of the Deep kills Smag.
and
gets rid of
it kills
reduction.
Smack, exactly.
It
And
kills a lot of Fabled Beasts.
And you don't have to worry about it meeting. Most cards that say destroy, there's just like a rule behind it, right? It has to be exhausted or it has to have like whatever.
Good point,
This
yeah.
is just boom, 4. You cost 4 fewer, bye bye.
Yeah, you're right. And it doesn't discriminate against how many symbols they have. Like this is just a very good removal card. Awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't know what's going on with the art, but I love it.
I do too. There's like some Doom eyeball guy, and one of his legs has teeth, and there's a big gaping hole in it, and then there's this elk guy with a bent staff. It's pretty neat. I love the watercolor art for it though.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Blue has some really cool art. I really like it. Finishing Blow. 4 cost, 1 reduction, blue magic. As a main phase, draw 2 cards, then discard 1. Main flash, select a spirit. It gains 3,000 BP during this turn. What do we? It's another filter card. I guess
it's not a filter card. I could see play with it. I mean, you think about it. If you're trying to thin out your deck to get into your big combo piece, depending on what you're playing with blue.
True.
I mean, let's just say you play this, right? I mean, if you have enough course, right? You play this, then somehow you draw into your strong draw, and now you do it again. Like, you're really just thinning out your deck, kind of recycling thing. And honestly, you can discard a Nexus. You have other Nexuses to bring other Nexuses back.
That's
so
a good
really
point.
Just setting up a combo piece for that. It reminds me of Blue and Magic, where, like, you want to load up your graveyard with certain sorcery cards to be able to make your other cards more powerful. So I could definitely see this. I mean, you're drawing 2, discard 1, whatever. And then, like I said, I could see this play. I mean,
it's also nice, like, to not have to go out of color for that second draw engine card in your blue deck. Yep. I can see Strong Draw and Finishing Blow going hand in hand with a mono blue deck. Yeah, it's good.
I think if the choice is between this and Strong Draw, it's Strong Draw all the way.
But
I think that if you are already running 4 Strong Draw and you want more of this style of effect, then you just play
1
more.
or 2.
You just play these.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the same way that, like, it's the same way that, like, Starbliss Draw is a 4 of, and then if I need a little bit more, I do like 1 or 2 Charge Draw.
Yes. This is Blue's Charge Draw. But yeah, that's a good point, Angel, about Blue has good Nexus recursion specifically. So the fact that you get to choose a card, like, you can put one away for later knowing it'll come back.
Yeah, and honestly, like, if I'm playing out of blue, right? If I'm playing this in purple, who cares? I just trying to get the draws, buy Belgore, buy whatever Immortal, whatever thing I want into my graveyard. To push anything else. So
Blurple is real. A blue-purple deck exists, and I want to figure it out.
I'm gonna try. That's gonna be my goal. I'm trying theory crafting.
Yeah,
like, I like it. I mean, even you can honestly, even though like red doesn't need. I mean, it's better drawing cards for red because they have so many. But like, let's say you can get crazy, right? Like, you're playing like Nova, you play this.
Sure.
Right? You have a Siege Worm now in your graveyard automatically without having those. So I don't know. There's spot for this. I'm not saying it's one of the best drawing cards, but it definitely is useful with discard the 1 card if you don't have Strong Draw for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I think Strong is definitely the better card, right? You discard 2, draw 3, but if you need another option, why not? Who doesn't like drawing?
Absolutely.
So all the blue magic cards are very playable, which is definitely what it needed. So I like that.
Agreed. Yeah, and the Nexuses. Both those Nexuses. I know they're aberration specific mostly, but
it
like
happens every set. Like, blue has gotten definitely the power it needed. Green kind of took a very high level backseat this set, I think.
Which is fine.
Colors, which is fine. But that's what happened for it. Like, set 2, green wasn't really good. Set 3, green got a little bit better. But honestly, blue this set. It's really, and yellow once again. I mean, yellow's going crazy. Purple definitely got a crazy. And I feel like red always gets some love. So
yeah. Well, I think we have enough time to go over these 8X rares.
Let's do it.
I think we can.
Yeah.
Speaking of red getting some love.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Can you have it up on the screen cam?
Yes, I do.
Give me a second.
Yep, I do.
This card looks so good. This card looks so good.
This is so
This
sick.
is Rage Star Dragon Siegeworm Era. So this is like Siegeworm Nova coming back as like Era or something or
like
something
or
other.
I think it had a Sword of Voidlord. He had the gem or something like that. So
yeah,
it's very cool.
But he's a 9 cost 5 reduction Star Dragon Ancient Dragon. Level 1 for 1 core 5k, level 2 for 3 cores 8k, level 3 for 5 cores 13k. And then he ascends, costs 4 or more. As an additional summon cost, you must place all cores from one of your spirits that cost 4 or more into your reserve. So you have to sack a 4 cost or higher spirit. And then when summoned, if he ascends using a spirit that costs 6 or more, destroy all spirits with 1 symbol. So that's yours too. But then you draw 1 card for each spirit destroyed by this effect. So
it's like Red Curse Dragon.
Yeah. He wipes the board, and instead of ramping cores, he draws you cards. But he has one more effect. During your attack step, all of your spirits with 2 symbols gain 10,000 BP, and that's for 5 course.
23,000 BP.
So he goes up to 23k. And he does have 2 symbols, so he's going to hit for 2 life, give you double cost reduction. The fact that he has 2 red symbols also means that his board wipe doesn't impact you personally as badly, because now you still have more reduction.
Well, what he does is he wipes the whole board, and if your opponent doesn't have their big guy in play or their little ascending guy, you walk in and do 2 damage that turn, unless they have Dream Bomb, obviously. But like, these are game-ending cards, and I love that.
Do you want to Dream Bomb this, though?
I mean, yeah, good point. I mean, to save your life,
and draw again. I mean, he's going to draw, like, Jesus, depending on how many spirits are out there, you fill your hand back up again and reset. Like, this card's insane. He's also a siege worm, so if he's in your grave, then the meteor draws a card. If you need to Nova off of him, you can. I would rather keep him than do that. But if I needed to, like if I was down to like 1 life, I would do it.
And the flavor text says that Mandala is a huge pussy when Sigworm or Siegeworm era comes onto the scene. He retreated.
Mandala, how dare you?
Yeah. Man, I'm calling Mandala out, dude.
I'm breaking that card in half right now, like so.
Yeah.
No pussies in my deck, goddammit. Like, get out of here,
dude. Oh, it's so cool. It's such a cool card.
So cool,
and it's good.
And it's good, and we all know more than likely this is gonna be the Saga rare. I mean, if I had to bet, it's gonna be the Saga, right? So it's gonna look so badass, and I'm very curious to see what art it's gonna be. Because I know we got the pixel art for set 3. So what like wacky maybe Saga this one's gonna be? But this card looks like, dude, it's so good. Like, it makes me want to play red. Like,
it makes me want to play red for sure.
It is so good. Like,
I hope that the Saga art is Detective Pentan dressed up as
in a little hoodie.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A little Pentan dressed up as the siege worm or something.
Fuck.
Jeez.
Oh, I love it.
I think everyone else besides me, like, I think that's a very niche thing. Like, some people would absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Some people would love it, and other people would be like, what is this? This is bullshit.
Oh man, that's
all right. The next card. So he's obviously the big boss of the whole set. So he's pretty badass.
Will you guys say this is the best X-ray we've gotten in the last 4 sets?
Ever?
For the main boss wise, like for the art. Like I'm talking about like, you know, so set 1 was who was set 1? Nova. Set 2 was Takuma, right? Set 3 was Mandala, and then now this one. So
I would say this one's my favorite.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's super cool.
I think also as a card, I would probably say it's
me too.
The best. Maybe Nova still. I mean, it's just so iconic with its effect, but this card I think is very quickly going to become super iconic as well.
It's so fucking cool. I will build a Rage Star Dragon deck, like, absolutely. I've been waiting for this push because that's just so fun.
This next card is honestly really good too. This is Horned General Tricera Warrior.
Hell yeah.
It's a 5-cost 3 reduction Pterosaur Dragonoid, so he can go in either of those builds. Level 1 for 1 core 4k, level 2 for 3 cores 5k, level 3 for 6 cores 7k.
Decent.
At all 3 levels, your exhausted spirits cannot be returned to your hand or deck by your opponent's effects. So he's anti-android, anti-white. And then at all 3 levels during your turn, if you control 2 or fewer other spirits, treat this spirit as level 3. And then at level 3, he has Confront. So
neat. He's Dino Man.
Yeah, he's like a
body armor.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Once old enemies, the Pterosaur General now charged forth on orders from the Star Dragons. Their cooperation was symbolic of the new era. I was hoping we'd get more like Dino Man style flavor text, but we didn't.
Maybe Dino Man is actually from the future and it's from after this war. They like win and they all get horny and they all fuck. Think about that.
That's a lore set that we need.
Hire me, Bandai. I'll write your next lore set. It's all smut.
Dragonoid smut.
It's smut and detectives. Oh man.
There's there's a detective story, but then in the background there's also this love story between a Dragonoid and a Pterosaur.
Yes.
Just kind of going on in the side.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. I need BSS fan fiction right now.
Why don't you write it, Cam?
I
and then
should.
we could read it. We could read like a page at the beginning or end of every episode.
I'll get to work on it. Next time I get really drunk, I will do that.
All right.
So after Battleshot Saga,
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah. By the way, everybody, just as a reminder, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're at 93 subscribers. We're
Oh
7
my
subscribers
gosh.
away.
Yeah.
7 subscribers away from Battleshot Saga.
It's going to be a really
Yeah.
fun video because it's not just going to be Battleshot Saga. That's the start of the video. Okay.
Oh, yeah. The end of the video is us vomiting. And
Yeah.
Well, based on this love story, I might be vomiting at the end of it. It's like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Oh man, I can't wait to write that.
So Angel has decided to leave the podcast due to creative differences.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
I got a kidney business to run. All right.
That's
God.
right. You do have a kidney.
Oh,
business.
God.
Wow.
Well, this next card, it is my boy, and I love this card because the artwork, the way it looks, it really enhances Dark Dragon Knight Rixa.
So
It's a Shadow,
cool.
9 cost, 4 cost reduction. Level 1 for 1 core 7,000, level 2 for 4 core 10k, level 3 for 6 cores 12k. Has Ascend, she needs a Shadow or a Nightling. Level 1, 2, 3, when summoned, if this spirit performs Ascend using a spirit that costs 6 or more, remove 1 core from each of your opponent's spirits and Nexuses and place them into the trash. And then at level 2 and 3, when this spirit attacks, you may select a spirit card from your trash that costs 6 or fewer, summon it without paying its cost.
Good
So-
lord.
Blessed Cathedral.
There's another-
Other cards that require those, Nexuses, those cores to really go off. You kind of shut that down for that turn. Like,
I mean, he just brings back what you sack for him. And if it's the thing with Ascend, like it has double symbols too.
Yep.
So you're just pushing you. This is
Oh
good.
my god, you just feel like this, and then you like. I mean, I think it'd be expensive if you somehow could pull it off. Freaking double heart. Now you have four symbols. Like,
I think Double Heart reads that it just makes the spirit have 2 red
two,
symbols.
so it doesn't add to it.
Ah.
That's smart though, but that would have been cheap.
So I'm just gonna say 2 things. This guy is Dark Dragon Knight Rizza because he's putting on the Riz. He's
Nice.
That
Nice.
joke didn't really land.
Skibbity.
That's all right. Giggity.
The other thing is read the flavor text. It's badass.
They would. Yeah, go for it.
ultimately- Oh, go ahead. Sorry. They will ultimately become the victors. What might happen in the way was irrelevant.
That's so
Okay.
metal, dude. You know what
Alright.
these X rares look like? They look like when you're in the card aisle and you see those Yu-Gi-Oh structure decks, and they have the big
Yeah.
boss from the deck on the
Yeah.
front. It's like Dark Dragon Knight
Yeah.
Rixa structure deck. These
It
are
drops you
so
in.
cool.
Yeah, man.
So he's another Infernal Curse Dragon, right? Like you can play Baculus and then play him and then wipe the board.
Yeah.
And bring Baculus back.
Yeah, and if you have not seen it, the SPR for this guy is even better. Like, it is so badass.
Let me pull it up.
Man, Cam, like, it is crazy. It has like all these little
Holy
weird
fuck.
dolls. Yeah, the Rixa, man, he's bringing the sauce.
Holy
Like,
shit.
That is one of the best looking cards I've seen for purple.
I need
far.
so many boxes of set 4. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I have a question about his bringing stuff back effect now that we have so many spirits with Ascend. It says ignoring or without paying its cost. Does
Yeah.
that mean the Ascend cost is not paid as well? Or is that because it's an additional cost? Or do we not
I
do we
would
not know?
I would assume that when it's referencing without paying its cost, that's just the number. I bet if you brought
Okay.
back something with Ascend, you would still have to do it because it's an additional
Yeah, because
cost.
it's an additional cost. Yeah, the way it's written, like it's an additional cost to summon it. I think you would need to pay that still.
But what I'm saying
think-
is you just use the purple guy that has 2 symbols that and then you bring him back and then you have 2 boys with 4. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. It's pretty dope.
There's some potential here for some type of weird loop.
Yes. For sure.
I don't know what it is yet, but
Yeah, I'll definitely be playing him though, man. I love that guy.
Yeah,
He just looks
So
so cool.
good. So good.
Next one is Mirrorcaster Ouroboros.
Yeah. Another
A
serpent.
another serpent, another Maduke Helper. 4 cost, 2 cost reduction. Level 1 for 1 core, 2,000. Level 2 for 3 cores, 4,000 BP. And level 3 for 5 cores, 6,000. At all 3 levels, when summoned, you may discard 3 cards from the top of your deck to draw a card. And at level 2 and 3, when this spirit attacks, you may destroy one of your spirits with curse to make your opponent select one of the spirits and destroy it.
Serpents.
One more. Hey, one more can you say?
Serpents
If you
are
don't wanna,
so
hey,
good.
it's like this, deadly balance, double deadly.
Yeah.
Like I'm just gonna war wipe you. Like I'm just gonna start popping everything. Like this is.
And then you just walk into Maduke, like after a few turns of them not having creatures.
Yeah, exactly. I love being a purple player. I like it.
Yeah, you're eating.
If you have Lamorak down too, you're just like cycling the card back to your hand as well.
Good lord.
And if you kill a Shaznake, you draw that card when the Shaznake dies because this is a serpent.
Yep.
So
that's so fucking cool. The art's great.
Love it. And then the last purple. Oh, go ahead. What were you saying?
Oh, at first glance, this card looks like a white card to me for some reason.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it's not like purple's not as prominent as the last one we just saw, Rixa. Like that's like the purple you can tell is there. This card's another cool looking card. False Frame Angel Falso. It's an undead, 8 cost, 4 cost reductions. Hell of a name. Level 1 for 1 core, 6,000 BP. Level 2 for 3 cores, 9,000. Level 3 for 6 cores, 12,000. Treat this card as though it costs 5 while it's in the trash. At all 3 levels, when summoned, remove 2 cores from each of your opponent's exhausted spirits and place them into the reserve. At level 2 and 3 during your attack step, when one of your spirits is blocked for each symbol on that spirit, remove a core from your opponent's blocking spirit and place it into the reserve.
So you can reanimate him.
Yes.
For 1.
Well, not even that. Hey, you bring this with Rixa.
Oh yeah,
because
absolutely.
It costs 5, goes to the trash. So you play this super free. You draw something, discard this on purpose for whatever reason.
That's huge.
I'm cooking, boys. I'm bringing out the.
Well, you discard it off the top with the Ouroboros.
Yep, and you still draw. Like you want to get this in your graveyard, man. Yeah, this card's really good.
Damn.
The stats are really good. The 12,000 is huge. And then the ability to remove cores constantly, popping this off, man, like it is insane. So
I just like to think Thomas is shitting his pants every time one of these purples comes out. I can't wait to see what he does with these. Holy shit!
Hey, I'm excited. So
wow,
well, on to yellow. Yeah, purple's winning. I like purple.
I'm so excited for this.
Oh, look at this badass
Reborn Turtle Mock Genbu, baby. 7 cost, 3 reduction, Fabled Beast, Other Lander, Yellow Spirit. Ascend from a Fabled Beast or Other Lander. So as an additional summoning cost, you must place all the cores from one of your Fabled Beast or Other Lander spirits into your reserve. At level 1 for 1 core, he has 6k. Level 2 for 3 cores, it's 9. Level 3 for 4 cores is 11. So just great stats. At level 1, 2, and 3, when summoned, select up to as many of your opponent's spirits as you have yellow symbols. Reduce their BP by 3,000 during this turn. And at level 2 and 3, during your attack step, all of your spirits that cost the same as your life total gain blessed. So a little bit of like setup for that last effect, but like, holy fuck. This is a cool card. I can't wait to figure this one out.
It's cool. Would you say it's better than the game we got right now, though?
I think
it's good, but do you think it's?
I don't think it's better, but I love the idea of having both of them.
Yeah. He's because too, though. The Ascend, I mean, only a Fabled Beast or Other Lander, no matter what the cost of those
that's
cards
so
are.
easy.
So
yeah.
That's easy. So I could see that. You can summon him out a lot quicker than the other ones, I think.
Yeah.
I think that he goes in a different deck. I think that he goes in a deck where you have your costs spread in such a weird way. Maybe more of an Other Lander deck that's focused on BP reduction.
I agree.
And then like you want to have them spread out, so like when you have 5 life, you swing in with Joker, and now Joker has blessed and also then can trigger the when summoned on this.
Like so it's just a stair step.
So I think that this is actually more of an Other Lander card than it is a Fabled Beast card.
I would agree.
You want to be careful. Yeah, you want to be careful how much you bless, because if you have like 8 lives, like you can only use that effect on creatures that cost 8. Like so, it's like you have to really manipulate your life in a way where that third effect really goes off.
Yeah,
it's nice though because like you can get down and then come back and like. You can let some hits come in because you know that you have like now I'm down to 3 health. Well, my 3 cost is going to be able to get blessed. And other Genbu, what he does there is he makes that thing unblockable. So
you think you would play both Genbus then?
I don't know yet. I agree with Eric though. I think this one sees more play in another lander deck. But
it's more of like the dark version of yellow. Like you play the dark version of yellow.
I'm excited because he gets that drain effect, and I love the draining.
Something to consider is the mind game of your opponent wants to swing. Maybe you're fully wide open, and your opponent is like, well, if I swing in, they go down to 3, but they have a 3-cost card, so they're just going to blast it back. And whereas if I don't swing in, they don't have any 4-cost cards, so they can't blast. So I'm just going to leave it. But now it's like, okay, well, now they're just not attacking me because they don't want to give me blast. So I don't know. I think he's really good. I think he's... I just don't think he's as straightforward as the other.
Yeah.
Two.
Yeah.
The art is fucking cool though. One more thing that just kind of dawned on me. When these cards, naturally people are going to want to play these very cool cards, right? That ascend extra cost of like basically killing another creature is really going to feel bad against white bounce, and white bounce is getting so much support right now that I'm feeling like that is going to be a very, very big and prominent meta.
Yeah.
In set 4. Because imagine
resource for this. That thing back. Yeah.
All the resources to get your ascend down, and Dream Bomb.
I mean, it happens with Nova, right? Like right now, like
True.
You did all that to try to get Nova out finally, and like I think Eric did it to me yesterday on one of the games we played, and then he Dream Bomb my stuff. I'm like, all right, well that sounds, and I don't have another ascend or another 6-cost of ascend right now, so that's a waste of freaking turn.
It's tough.
I can see that. Have you seen this SPR of the Reborn turtle?
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, Godzilla.
Oh, I love it.
I think that this is kind of a side conversation about the SPRs, but they said we're getting 2 SPRs per box, right?
Yeah, I think so, yes.
That's horny.
And so it looks like half of them are like regular SPRs that we're used to, and then the other half have this like
the CCTV thing.
Yeah, like the camera lens kind of cover on them. So at first I was thinking like, oh, that was just something funny they did for the reveals, but now I'm thinking that you're going to get one of each of those, like a regular SPR and then one of these in the box. That's just my guess. I don't know.
That would drive the sales up too. Like if you're getting one of the camera ones guaranteed, it like splits the that's
more SPRs in this box too though, right? There's gonna be more.
Plus in this set
coming out.
Yeah, there's tons.
Because you got the Evangelion token cards, you got the box toppers, they're gonna be crazy.
Yep.
And I think it's a total of 18 special rares. Oh, there's 2 Saga rares in this box.
That's right.
So Jesus, this box is gonna be stacked.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a lot of boxes of this.
Yeah.
That's fun though.
Okay, I win some money at Worlds, so I can just give it right back to Bandai.
And there's also 6 collaboration X rares as well.
Oh right. Jeez,
so there's a lot of.
We haven't even seen those yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Yeah, we'll come back to Genbu in the future for sure. All right, let's get through the rest of these. Angel of Life Flora Sarah is a 5-cost 3 reduction yellow angel spirit. Level 1 for 1 core is 4K. Level 2 for 2 cores is 5. Level 3 for 4 cores is 7K. At levels 1, 2, and 3, during either attack step, the first time you use a magic card each turn, you may reveal the top 4 cards of your deck after its effect resolves. Summon 1 spirit card that costs 2 from the revealed cards and discard the remaining cards. Level 2 and 3 during your attack step. At the start of the step, place a core from your trash that is not a soul core onto this spirit for each of your spirits with luster. And then level 3, while this spirit attacks, luster.
Luster. Like, God.
Damn.
Such a beautiful card. This card makes me at peace. If I was depressed, I'd look at this card and I'm happy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really... It's so peaceful, so
I love
nice.
the little Pegasus Fabled Beast thing.
Yeah. I don't know if it was just born or if it's dead.
Oh.
Bringing it back to life, maybe. She's an angel.
I'm going to say it was just born. It looks like a baby.
Yeah.
And then I have to go to the Twitter to find is that all the yellow?
Just
those 2?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. You want to take
so.
white?
Purple got more X-rays for some reason.
Yeah, we got 3. I think 3
Yeah.
this time. Don't question it. Just let it happen.
All right. Frost Tiger Heavy Armor Form is
This is
a 9
cool.
cost,
Yeah.
5 reduction machine beast. So this is like an upgrade to the other Frost Tiger. So for 1 core, level 1, 8k. For 4 cores, level 2, 14k. Those are some stats.
Those are
Yeah.
some
It's also a
stats.
It's also a machine beast, so it triggers with Nom and City, which is cool.
That's huge.
Ascend, Machine Beast, or Android, both very relevant types at this point. And then at levels 1 and 2, it has armor white and blue, so you're not bouncing this. I can't think of any blue cards that exist right now that would impact this card.
I can't
in
either.
Yeah, but probably, well...
Yeah, well, no, that's 4 fewer. Never mind.
Yeah.
The destruction card's 4.
Yeah,
So.
but maybe later. But then at level 1 and 2 again, when the spirit is summoned or blocks, select up to 2 of your opponent's spirits with 5,000 or fewer BP, return them to the bottom of their deck in any order.
That's
Bottom of the
removal.
deck.
That's removal.
Yeah, when he's summoned and when he blocks.
Every
5,000
time.
or fewer. Yeah, 5,000 or fewer BP. That's
so
a lot of
fun.
things.
That's so fun.
And then has
Yeah.
one more effect at level 2. End of opponent's turn. If your life total is the same or higher than it was at the start of the turn, place a core from the void onto the spirit, and then he has 2 symbols. So he's kind of a, in my opinion, because you know how I feel about that card, he's kind of a more fun elk.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree completely.
I think he's cool.
One of my favorite arts in the game is this guy, the Frost Tiger.
Zoids.
Yeah.
Zoids.
Yeah.
Like, that's literally what it is.
It's cool as shit. And then I didn't know what they were gonna do with the X-rays, obviously. So like seeing these upgraded forms, it's like, you know, it's like when you're watching Digimon and they hit Mega and you're like, oh, that's so cool. I wish there was another form after this. And then some Digimon go to that next level. That's what this feels like to me. So it's just so
the
cool.
SPR, like the SPR version, he's like freaking madness. Like, yeah, I love it.
It's beautiful.
Man, this next card is my favorite. Like,
This
as far
is
as design,
nuts.
I love this card, man. Just the way it looks. Holy shit.
Mechalossus Jotungrim, 6 cost 3 reduction android. So pretty cheap android there. Level 1 for 1 core 4k, level 2 for 3 cores 6k, level 3 for 4 cores 8k. At all 3 levels during your turn. When one of your opponent's spirits is returned to their hand or deck, all of your android and ice princess spirits gain armor purple, white, yellow, green. So I don't know if you remember when we were looking at Callista, but they have armor red, white, blue. And then they give one of your androids, I think with the soul core, I might be misremembering, but they give one of your androids unblockable for colors that it has armor of. And so this just gives them armor for the rest of the colors.
Yep.
So just like fully unblockable android.
Yeah.
And like what's left to block? Everything's in your hand or on the bottom of your deck.
Yeah.
Like
I really want to mess around with an android deck because there
Me
was
too.
that one guy that came out in the tournament pack, Divine Wargear Mega Tier.
Yeah.
I actually bought 4 copies of him. Maybe I bought the winner version or something because they were cheap. Because I was like, I think he's going to be good later. And I think I was right because he's an android that like bounces stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to mess around with it. But he has one more effect at level 3. So this is for 4 cores. When the spirit attacks, select one of your opponent's spirits with 1 symbol and return it to their hands. So he can proc himself as well.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't like his flavor text, so don't read it, but it's all right.
A blow from the Mechalossus sent Maduke flying from the battlefield.
God.
Fuck yeah. Fuck you,
Now we
Maduke.
got what is it? We got Monaco, what his name was, being a bitch, and then we have Maduke flying, punching out. What's going on, Purple?
Purple's eating, but not in the flavor text.
Yeah.
I can't wait to build a deck around Mechalossus. 4 of them. Let's go. 4
He is so badass.
androids, armor, bounce.
We're going to potentially get copies of him at Worlds as well because he's one of the Worlds promo
That's
cards.
super cool.
Oh, is he?
I'm very jealous.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, we got the green. Another Takua. So Divine Bird Takua, Prey Bird. 8 cost, 4 cost reduction. Level 1 for 1 core 7,000. Level 2 for 3 cores 11,000. Level 3 for 4 cores 13,000. Has to send, just needs a prey bird for additional cost. At all 3 levels, when summoned, if this spirit performs a send using a spirit that costs 7 or more, exhausts all of your opponent's spirits. And at level 2 and 3, when this spirit attacks, you may discard your entire hand. If a prey bird card is discarded by this effect, draw cards since you have the same number of cards in your hand as your opponent has in theirs. Yeah, this is good. This is basically recycling your hand if you don't need anything. So, yeah, I like it. Takawa doing Takawa things.
Exhaust
There's gonna be a
everything and
token-
move in for 2.
Yeah,
There's going to be a Tokawa deck, basically, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like basically, prey birds and all that. That's all it is. So Takawa.
Great stats, great reduction, great effect, beautiful art.
Not that expensive. Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
robot Takawa. So love it.
So
Green,
fucking dope.
Yeah, Green's art's nice because this next one, it's one of my favorite. Gale Ninja Ant Shadow.
This is the coolest one.
Dude, this is like Ninja Gaiden.
Yes.
6 cost, 3 cost reductions to carry fight. Level 1 for 1 core, 4,000. Level 2 for 2 cores, 6,000. Level 3 for 4 cores, 10,000. Has flash, which is swift. At all 3 levels when summoned, summon one of your Ant-Man tokens. You know, we basically no stats. At level 2 and level 3, when this spirit attacks, if the spirit has a soul core on it plays a core from the void into each of your token spirits.
Unbelievable.
So this is a big, heavy, like, and strike back token deck. You know, this is where you really see all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Play
build
him
an
for
ant
3.
deck again.
Dude, he's so badass looking though. Like,
Yeah. If you don't have
This is
Bloodstream, you're fucked.
yeah.
This is the best Swift spirit we have.
Hands
Yeah.
down. Because
Oh, yeah.
he's a 2-for-1 because he summons the Ant-Man token.
And the token's not exhausted, which is good.
Yeah. And
So-
I guess, you pair this with that one Nexus, you can bring him in on your opponent's end phase. So they really don't expect it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's good.
He's
I dig
very
him.
cool.
Where do we move on to? And then we have the next one, Bark Maiden Lacerium, I think it's what's
Sure.
called. A Leaf Kindred, 3 costs, 1 cost reduction. Level 1 for 1 core, 3,000. Level 2 for 3 cores, 5,000. At both level 1 and 2, when this spirit attacks, select one of your other Leaf Kindred spirits or one of your Nexuses that costs 3 or fewer and place a core from the void onto it. And at level 2, when destroyed, you may summon a spirit card that costs 5 or fewer from your hand without paying its cost. So
This is going to
that's
play
huge.
outside of green.
Dude, you can play Takuba.
You can
The
play
level 5
Takuba, that's
Takuba.
true.
Was it the Emperor or the General Takuba from
General.
the war set?
Yeah.
Yeah, play that without paying its cost.
I think this
Like,
plays well in blue
Yep.
for some ramp that blue needs. It's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's a cool card. It's cheap.
It's cheap, yeah. But what it does,
I do want to. I do want to mess around with a Leaf Kindred deck because Allron is so good.
Because they're hot.
And-
Oh, sorry.
Well, Allron is such a good card, and
Yeah.
she costs 5, and so I feel like the when destroyed here, like being able to bring Allron back, and then Allron ramps the core when she comes back. So
Yeah.
I could just see it being really good.
Yeah, Leaf Kindred could be a sleeper tribal deck. It's very
Yeah.
cool. All right, let's get to blue, and then let's get out of here. Deep Sea Emperor Hydra. 7 cost, 3 reduction, aberration, blue spirit. Ascend off of an aberration. Level 1 for 1 core is 7k. Level 2 for 3 cores is 10k. Level 3 for 6 cores is 13k. At all 3 levels, when this spirit attacks, your opponent selects one of their spirits. Discard a number of cards from the top of your opponent's deck equal to that spirit's cost and destroy that spirit.
It's like you're punishing your opponent. Like, hey, pick what you want.
Yeah.
All right, discard that many cards.
Yep. And at level 2 and level 3, when this spirit attacks, raid 2, which means up to
Wow.
twice per turn it can refresh after it attacks.
My God.
And it
And it
has
has 2
two
symbols.
symbols.
Like,
Oh my God.
you're destroying, you're milling, and it has 2 symbols. And
This
his
is-
VPs are insane.
It's my new favorite card in the game. I love
I was gonna say-
this card.
And guess what? He's also easy to send. You just need an aberration.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
2-cost aberration. Bye bye. Here we go.
Yep,
Big
that
guy.
little glebe or whatever.
Holy
Yeah.
crap, man. This
Oh.
card's freaking nuts.
It's so fucking cool. The emperor abdicated and a new emperor affirmed by the 4 sage beasts was crowned. I don't get it. But very cool card.
SS SPR is amazing. Looks like a blue eyed ultimate dragon. I like
Yes, it does.
This card looks like a Spawn character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or like Venom from Spider-Man.
Yeah, it does. It has the same like
Man.
eyes and slickness.
This effect is insane. Like, holy crap, Blue is cooking.
Blue is cooking.
Blue is like we're really getting to see the destructive nature of blue. Like I think we kind of got a taste for like, oh, blue destroys stuff pretty easily, and now it's like, yeah, they're just gonna drop their boss monster, kill your boss monster, make you mill like 8 cards because it, you know, they probably killed like your enterprise or something.
Yep.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
The next one, Venus 253 Gypsum, is a 6 cost reduced by 3 Golem blue spirit. At level 1 for 1 core 4k, level 2 for 3 cores 7k, level 3 for 5 cores 10k. At all 3 levels, while this spirit attacks, the spirit gains 2,000 BP for each Nexus you control. At level 2 and 3, while this spirit attacks, when your opponent uses a magic card from their hand, place 2 cores from the void onto this spirit after that card's effect resolves.
Jeez.
And at level 3, when the spirit attacks, raid 1. So it can refresh once by exhausting one of your Nexuses.
Golems needed.
Yep.
Golems needed, yeah, that. I mean, between this and the Coliseum Golem and your big Golem tokens, like, you've got a board. And then, oh, wow. Okay. I haven't seen this one yet. Great Artificer Synthetria is a 7 cost 4 reduction beauty spirit.
She is a beauty.
So that's interesting. This reminds me of wow, this is a deep cut. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Alexis Rhodes had like the ballet figures. Yeah.
The blade dancers, yeah.
That's what this looks like, and I'm hoping we get that
or
kind
even
of
even My Valentine with a heart piece.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well.
At level 1 for 1 core, it's 5k. Level 2 for 3 cores is 7. Level 3 for 6 cores is 11,000. At all 3 levels, when summoned, to summon one of your Golem tokens. So that's the 0 cost token spirit level 1 for 10k. At level 2 and 3, when destroyed by your opponent, you may destroy one of your Nexuses to summon this card from your trash without paying its cost.
So you get another Golem for 10,000.
She's Maduke!
Yeah.
She's Golem's Maduke. And then at level 3, during your end step, at the start of the step, refresh all of your Golem spirits.
Jesus.
Come on!
You're pushing with 10,000 BP Golems, and then guess
you
what?
refresh them. That's so cool. All 3 of these are so fun.
Two things. One, I Googled Alexis Rhodes Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. To the viewers at home, don't do that and then go to Google Images. Because that's what I did.
Hey.
And
Unless safe search is on. Yeah.
I did not find. I did not find what I was.
Oh no, you
I did not find what I was looking for.
That's hilarious.
And it's funny because I was realizing now it might have been reflected on my glasses. So you know that's a little.
I'm gonna have to go back and look. Everyone's like zooming in.
Yeah, well, you don't need to do that. Just go Google it yourself. Number 2. This is the spirit that is on the world's playmat with Ira. So I imagine she's going to be the other Saga rare.
That's cool. And she's just topless. Sorry.
I mean, at this point,
would
you be surprised?
Yeah.
It's like water foam bubbles around.
Yeah.
Covered. Like,
oh my gosh.
She is a beauty. She is a beauty.
It's hilarious.
Oh, man.
I think at that point, just women will never play this game ever again.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It'll never happen.
Yeah.
But I do want to see what the Saga looks like.
Yeah,
because I wonder if it's similar to like the playmat art. Because it's weird on the playmat. It almost looks like she's like dancing with Ira or something. Like they're like involved in some type of dance or something. It's weird.
Fucking sorry. I'm unhinged on this episode.
Put in a trance.
So sorry. That's a treat for anyone who made it this far. But yeah.
So she seems really good.
I think so. Yeah. Blue is, I cannot wait to build blue and become a blue player. Right now on the screen, I'm just cycling through the SPRs of the magic cards and some of the creatures because that's going to do it for us for today, I think. Right?
Yep.
Yeah,
We did it. We got through set 4, fellas. Pretty excited about that.
it was a lot of cards.
That was a lot of cards. I'm very
Yeah.
excited for this set.
It's like 306 cards, not including the collaboration rares and everything else. That's
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So
Plenty of more goodies on the way. But we would be remiss to not think about the fact that Worlds is happening this weekend. Battle Spirit Saga's first World Championship. You know, that's so great. I love that this set will be the end of this first cycle, this like burst onto the scene. The world that they're building, the IP that they're building is very, very cool. The card game is super fun, and set 4 is only going to build on that. But like, even with what we have and with set 3, I'm very excited to see the decks that are played at Worlds, the players, what they're playing, and just excited to hear how it goes. And then we've got the Indianapolis tournament to tide us over, finish off that last little hurrah with our set 3 metas and set 3 decks, and maybe just some fun pet decks. We're going to be streaming that too, so that'll be our first foray into live streaming this game and commentating on it, so I'm very excited about that. Yeah, anything else before we hit all the tags and stuff and get out of here? What were you going to say, Eric?
Well, leading up to that event, I think I'm going to try, I don't know what it's going to look like or when it's going to be, but I'm going to try and live stream something onto our YouTube channel. I don't know when, but just because I need to practice and make sure everything's working properly before we go to the event. So I don't know if I'm going to like drive over to Cam's house and play some games or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Oh, darn. That would be awful if we did that.
But, and then also, of course, we're going to do Battleshot Saga. I don't know if we're going to live stream that or if that's going to be a video. I guess live stream probably.
Sure.
But
maybe that'll be the one.
That could be it. Hey, if we hit 100 subscribers before the Indiana tournament, it definitely will be.
Yeah.
And other than that, if you see Angel or I at Worlds, come talk to us. Come say hello. We'll be wearing our Absolute BSS shirts. And I know you may have gotten some tokens from us in the past, but we actually have all new refreshed tokens. So now we have Ant-Man and Mecha tokens that are separate from each other with a regular core card on the back. So if you play with core cards, you might want to get some exclusive Absolute BSS core cards. And then also we have the new Golem token with the Soul Core on the back. So that's a brand new token that I don't think I've actually been able to give any of those away yet. So also I'm bringing some special foil token cards with me. So if I'm going to be handing out those other ones to everybody, but if you can find me first, I'll have a very limited quantity of those to give away to people who specifically ask for them. So just like come and say that you listen to the show and I'll give you a foil token card. Probably only one of them, so you'll have to pick. But I'll have a few of those on me, so I wanted to give them to people who are big fans of the show and wanted to have something really special to take home with them from Worlds. So it'd be fun.
Sounds great.
Yep. The only thing I want to say is to anybody that's traveling this weekend to LA, which is thanks a lot of people, please be safe. Hope you guys get there safe. Come stop by, say hi. Like I said, hope everybody is prepared, and it's gonna be a very fun weekend. World Championship, man, it's in the name. So World Championship, first one of the year for Battle Spirits, a game that we all been supporting among the community. And I'm excited to see you guys there. And like I said, like Cam said, I'm excited to see what decks and spice people bring to this last hurrah of these 3 sets that we've been playing for a long, long time, it seems like. And I can't believe it's been a year already, but I'm excited. So hopefully see you guys there. Stay safe.
And one final note, if there are any newer listeners to the podcast that are traveling to this event or thinking about participating in events in season 2, we did an episode about like prep for the Grand Open, I believe. So
for Atlanta.
And I think a lot of those points stand, especially for Grand Open, but for any level and for any game and for any kind of big gathering like that. So if you're new to the show and you want to hear our takes on like how to prepare mentally and physically for that kind of an event, go check it out. I think it's in episode 20 something.
I think it's actually our most listened to, or our most viewed YouTube video. So if you go to our videos, at least as of this moment, I don't know if that'll hold true, but if you go to our videos and filter to like most played, I think it'll be the first one.
It's the
But it
first
should say,
episode
like-
with Andrew.
Yeah.
So his name is probably in the title, and that was just a really fun discussion. I really appreciated that episode. So just want to bring eyes and ears back to that one. But other than that, thank you as always for tuning in to Absolute BSS, a casual-petitive look at Bandai Namco's Battle Spirit Saga card game. You can reach us by email. No one never does, but if you want to, absolutebsspod@gmail.com. Share the YouTube with your friends, the videos if you want to, like the videos. And support all the other channels too. Like if you're listening to us and you're having fun, definitely check out Church of Pantan, Main Deck Masters,
the Nexus podcast.
Cosmic. Yeah, the Nexus podcast for sure. And there are a bunch more that I don't have a list in front of me, but I should. But yeah, support creators in any game that you play. We all really
By the way,
appreciate
Cam,
it.
we do get some emails to that inbox. They're all from I believe Mr. Wang. I don't know if you've seen those in the spam folder.
Oh, I haven't.
He wants to advertise some type of medicine on our show. So
that's really funny. I have missed those.
I think I cleared them out of the spam folder. But anyways.
Well, thank you, Mr. Wang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's a
if
great
Mr.
one.
Wang feel and you're listening, I'm, sorry that we don't want to advertise your medicine, but thank you for listening.
Mr. Wang is a green player, I think. I'm just going to drop that, and then we're going to end this episode. Thank you all for listening. All right. We'll catch you next time.
Bye, Mr. Wang.
Bye.